What's up? This is Devin with the Cage Rage Podcast, and this is a CRP Minute, bringing you some information on UFC 238 this Saturday, live on pay-per-view, exclusively on ESPN+. If you don't have ESPN+, you need to subscribe. You need to go get some kind of system to where you can stream and get hooked onto ESPN+. That is the wave of the future. And if you have not liked the CRP on YouTube or on Facebook yet, please go and do so. But I'm bringing you some what I believe is the big story of the evening this Saturday at UFC 238. And I think what that is the Bantamweight division. We got, obviously, the headlining fight of the night is for the Bantamweight title, the vacant Bantamweight title, between UFC flyweight champion Henry Cejudo taking on Marlon Moraes, the #1 contender in this division. And this fight was made about after TJ Dillashaw, former UFC Bantamweight champion, not only went down to flyweight to try to take that belt from Henry Cejudo at the weight division lower, failed at that attempt, and then popped for performance-enhancing drug violation. Suspended for 2 years, stripped of the belt. Now we have this vacant title, and we've got Cejudo versus Moraes, but we've also got two other big, important bantamweight fights in this division. All four of the guys in those two fights ranked in the top 10. So after tonight, after this weekend, we're gonna have a much more clearer picture of where this division is gonna go and who the top fighters are moving forward. And one of the other top bantamweight fights, we have two top 5 ranked bantamweights currently going against each other. And Aljamain Sterling, who his last loss was against Marlon Moraes, but he still has won 5 of his last 6 fights on a 3-fight win streak. And he's taking on Pedro Munhoz, who's coming off a big win, the biggest win of his career, a knockout win over former champion Cody Garbrandt, who has won 7 of his last 8 fights. So both these guys are on a big roll. And then in the third big bantamweight fight of the evening, we've got a rising upstart who was a former CRP Prospect of the Week pick, Petr Yan, a ferocious competitor, very talented pressure fighter out of Russia, highly touted bantamweight, going against a guy who's been a top 10 staple for several years in this division, Jimmie Rivera. So after this night's through, when we have those 3 winners that come through with these 3 fights, we're going to have a much bigger picture moving forward. And all of this is filling a vacuum that was left when TJ Dillashaw was suspended earlier this year in a very rapid and unexpected fall from grace. So we have UFC 238, which probably the most popular and most anticipated fight of the evening is the lightweight bout between Okakui Ferguson versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. But I believe the bigger overarching storyline that's going to play a big factor moving forward after this weekend is what it's going to do to an entire division, which is the bantamweight division, 135 pounds. We're going to have a new champion, and I think we're going to have 2 new solid contenders in the winners of the Yan and Rivera fight and the winner of the Sterling and Munhoz fight. So this weekend, when you tune into UFC 238 on ESPN+, which it's a pay-per-view that you can only stream through ESPN+, keep that in mind. All UFC pay-per-views are exclusively with ESPN+ now. When you tune in and watch this great card, the big storyline, in my opinion, is the bantamweight division. Stay tuned to the CRP. We'll fill you in some more. Talk to you next time.